I remember the day I met my stepmom. I remember going to a restaurant. I remember her giving me a Shirley Temple and telling me I could have whatever I want on the menu. She was aware of everything. She would come into a room, you know, especially if it was the restaurant, she would come in there, they don't have a napkin, they don't have a plate, they need this, they, you know, very just on it. And now she's like touching a napkin just to like put it in her pocket. Such a deep contrast to what she is now that I sometimes forget who she was.
Hi, I'm B. Smith. Welcome to B. Smith with Style.
She was a mass communicator on a personal level. And then she got the opportunity through television and pictures and different mediums to communicate her inner self through her outer beauty.
Spice Festival, right?
The smile. Nobody who ever meets her not remarks how amazing her smile is, because it comes from her soul.
Yes, the Arawak Indian was the first to paint like flowers and pineapples and birds.
Sit down.
Where do you want to be?
Sit down right here.
Down here.
Okay.
Perfect. Hi.
When you had everything in the form of a person, the perfect person for you, and you watch them slowly dissolve, and you go down with them, and took me into depths of despair and depression that no one will ever really understand. You all right?
Yes, if you're there. But I told my mother. I told Mom.
What'd your mom say?
I saw the change in my dad when it came to him not being able to change. Like he was just getting, and it was affecting him. Her not listening to him.
Where were you, Dad?
Put in the water.
I had committed to like, I'm gonna stay here until she's better, not knowing that there is no better. It was going to be just decline, and I just couldn't leave my dad.
B.
B.
No B. Where's the B?
You want the color?
No color.
No cap.
Let me see. Very nice.
I remember he was like, I want to talk to you about something. And I was like, oh, what, you're dating? And he was like, how'd you know? And I was like, I've been 16, I've been 18, I've hid stuff from parents.
You know, I've been married for 26 years. I've been with B 27 and a half years. Alex and I are now going on a year and a half being together. I believe in the sanctity of marriage, but I don't believe death do you part means that because you made a commitment, if the person is not there, that you should sit there and watch your life shrivel up. And that's why I am where I am today, taking care of B and having someone else in my life.
That's right with it. Dan always says, you know what? I wish you guys had met years before and we had met years before, but had gotten a chance to get closer, because I could have seen you the best of girlfriends. And I feel that being around her, because when I come here, she's always excited to see me. I'm always excited to see her. As awkward as it may seem on the outside, it doesn't seem awkward on the inside.
She's helping. She's an asset. She's putting in time. She's putting in work. And so I love them together. They make sense.
I never envisioned myself in this type of situation, you know, as a woman, as a grown woman. However, I don't live a day without thinking of B or about B, even if I'm not around her.
B and I are a package, and this woman who is in my life now understood that and cared about that. And when I met her, she saw the loneliness in my eyes, the tiredness in my eyes, and she was there for me. Normally you'd say, well, I will outlive her, but I don't know that. But I only hope I do, because I wouldn't want someone else to have that tremendous responsibility. And even saying that hurts, because when you love someone, you don't want to think of them in the past, in the now.
It's like a perfect, what's that, dodgeball? It's like a perfect size for a dodgeball. Good morning. It's Wednesday, January the 30th. This month is almost over it. The year is 2019. We didn't get that snowstorm yesterday that we were forecast to get. It just was a cool day, cool sunny day here in Atlanta. Everything has returned to normal. The Super Bowl weekend is here. Two stories I'm going to talk about today. One is the B. Smith. Her husband has decided, she's suffering from Alzheimer's, and he is her caregiver, and he has decided to move on and have another relationship while still taking care of his wife. Some people are very angry about this decision, his choice, but I support it. Unless you've been in a position where you've had to take care of someone with a long-term illness, I've watched, for the past few years, I watch uncles and aunts and family members and friends spend years taking care of someone who we didn't know when this illness would end for them. He was married to his wife for 27 years. There's some dependency there, I can assure you of that. I can assure you he does love her. And he is going to see this to the end. But I'm sure he's lonely and needs companionship. Some of you all are unwilling to show this man mercy. He's taking care of his wife through a very troubling disease. And it's got to be very painful to watch someone you love deteriorate in this manner. It can cause a whole lot of mental problems. And some of you all are so quick to judge that you haven't walked 2 steps in his shoes. This man has a long road ahead of him. I support this decision that he has made. I'm sure he has thought about this a long time before proceeding forward with entering into a new relationship while taking care of his wife in their home. I think it's for the best. For him, mentally and physically. In order for his wife to be taken care of, he has to be in the best mental and physical shape. Based upon that video we saw there, it seems like a loving, warm, caring environment. They were together for 27 years, you all. Married for 27 years. I'm not sure of his age, their age. I thought I'd saved it. Let me see. I'm not sure of their age. But she could live with this disease for years to go. This could go on forever. She's 69 years of age. She was born in 1949, so she's 70. So I'm not sure what his age is. And he also wrote a book. They wrote a book together in 2016 titled Before I Forget. Love, Hope, Help, and Acceptance in Our Fight with Alzheimer's. Against Alzheimer's, they wrote it together. Because she knew there were issues that eventually her mind would be where it is today. Alzheimer's is a very debilitating disease. If you've never dealt with somebody with Alzheimer's, you wouldn't know. Because from day to day, the person doesn't know anything, not even how to eat, bathe, put shoes on. You have to help them. You have to guide them with everything in their life. I remember a friend of mine was a nurse saying, because his mother was going through dementia, they had to put her on a feeding tube because when they fed her regular food, she didn't know how to chew and swallow. I said, I didn't understand that. And he said, yeah, she was incapable of eating food on her own and swallowing. She had to be given baths. He had to have round-the-clock nurses at that home, and he was a nurse. This went on for years, over a decade. So I can imagine. So a lot of people are angry about this. I don't know why. Because they're not living in that household. They don't know what's going on in his mind and his heart and soul. This man is taking care of his wife. Yeah, he has a new companion. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it because, like I said, that new companion gives him hope so that he can stay in the best physical shape and mental shape to take care of his wife. He also has his daughter there helping too. Now, I do know this. I think, if I'm correct, this was his second marriage. Both marriages were long-term marriages, 20-something years apiece before he met Reed Smith. They were married for 27 years. I mean, that says a lot. This is not somebody who just ran in and married somebody and ready to run off into the woods. 27 years is a long time to dedicate yourself to someone. And I didn't like the comments from so many people. A lot of people are not going to understand this arrangement because they ain't walking in those shoes. They've not experienced what he has experienced. Or they've got blinders on and they can't see. I watched my aunt take care of my grandmother. It was troubling. I watched my nephews take care of my sister for years. When you're dealing with a debilitating disease where a person can't even walk and take a bath themselves, and this goes on for a long time, it has an effect on everyone, physically and mentally. So I got to support this brother because he didn't walk away. He didn't put her in some nursing home where he wouldn't have to be bothered with this mess and just occasionally go visit. She's at their home for now. He can take care of her for now. Now he even got some help with his new companion. I don't see nothing wrong with it. And those of you who see something wrong with it, that's something that you have to battle in your own head. Because you never know what shoes you might end up walking in one day. That video troubled me. But it gave me hope. I'm 49. You know, up there. My date with Alzheimer's might be coming soon. Who would take care of me? I don't have any kids. Earl. My mama can't take care of me. She would probably be long gone by that time. My mama in her 70s. Who would assist me? I guess off to the nursing home I would go. Try not to think about those things, but it's part of the aging process. I'm always going to look like this every day. There'll come a day that I'm going to need some assistance. To take a bath. To be fed. To my man to feed me. Clothe me. But if I live long enough for that to happen, if I live long enough, I stand by this brother's decision. I stand by his decision. Because I understand when it probably was a tough decision to make. It had to be hard as hell. You see, some of y'all ain't spend no more than a couple years with somebody. Spend 20-something odd years with someone, and then it becomes decisions. There's a lot of dependency. But people need each other, even when the relationship's not even there. So I can imagine I'm about to get 10 million comments from you women bitching and complaining about it. Love do us part, he's wrong. But you don't know what he's going through. You better pray and hope that you have a man like him in your life to help you when you're going through it. Because we don't know what the future holds for any of us. I support this man. And I understand his choice and decision. If you like my videos, click like, share them with family members, friends. Again, today it is Wednesday, It is Wednesday, January 30th, the year is 2019. It's the Super Bowl weekend here in Atlanta, and I'm out of here. You all go out and enjoy your Wednesday.